everybody, here we'll be taking a long sleeve woman's blouse and turning it into a cool hippie vest. As you can tell, we got this from Savers for $7.99. Not only are you helping the environment, but you're also making sure that nobody will be in the same costume as you. Now you're going to want to cut off the sleeve. You should go along the seam line as a guide. Make sure that your fabric isn't bunched up. Here is the removed sleeve, and already our blouse is beginning to take shape of a vest. Look at that. At this point, I have cut off the other sleeve, and as you can see, like I said, it looks like a vest. If you're looking for a much longer vest, you can keep it at that. But, you know, usually vests don't have collars, so you're going to go around and cut off the collar. Once again, making sure that your fabric isn't bunched up and you're cutting off just the collar. Go along the seam line once again as a guide and you'll be fine. My husband's a very short man, so he didn't like this long look of the vest or those little cuts in it, so I decided that I would cut right above where the seam ended on all sides of the vest to make it much shorter. If you do like this long look, of course you're more than welcome to leave it like that, but if the blouse ends up being a little bit too long for you or for whoever you're making it for, you are more than welcome to cut it off. Here I have it all spread out. The only thing I do suggest is that you try to cut it as straight as possible, because obviously you'll have, you don't want uneven sides. Here he is modeling it, and you can see how much of a difference that already makes. And now on to the next sides.
Hello, idols, wild child, full of grace, savior of the...
Here is our vest with all of the sides cut off, and you can tell in the video that it is a little uneven, but luckily for me, my husband's not very nitpicky. He's only going to wear this once, and that's to our Halloween party in a few weeks, so he's fine. But you know, if you want to get a more clean look, make sure that all of your lines are straight. We paired our do-it-yourself vest with another woman's shirt. And I know, my husband's a guy, and why is he wearing ladies' clothing? It's just that at our local Savers, the only type of print we could find on shirts and blouses that would work for this era happened to be women's clothing. And you know, whatever, it's fine. It's not like someone's gonna be like, hey, is that a lady's blouse? I mean, they might, but whatever. It's Halloween. You're supposed to have fun with it. And here it is paired up with a cute little wood necklace that we found also from Savers, and that is how he'll be wearing it on the day of. He's going to pair it up with some blue jeans, and of course his little feeties are going to be naked, so no shoes, and it'll be lots of fun. My husband says I'm a hoarder, but I couldn't possibly let these scraps of fabric go unused, so I decided to make a cute hippie headband. The supplies you'll need to make your cute hippie headband is some ribbon to tie the headband around on your head with, some scissors, a string, and some thread. You could possibly do this with glue, but this is the only thing I had and I didn't want to get up and go find the glue, so let's get started. First, you pick off the best looking piece of fabric, preferably the straightest one. I think this was a piece from the collar. Once again, it was a little bit too thick to wear as a headband, so I decided to cut it off straight down the middle to make it a little bit thinner so it would look better on his head. Here we have it cut, and as you can see, you just look for the straightest or the one you like the best. You know, you could clean up the edges, but just, you know, so it's a little bit less work. Try to find the straightest one. With this blouse, it had 3 different layers, so I decided to just cut off the actual top fabric layer so the headband wouldn't be that thick or heavy on his head. Here he has the headband placed around. You have to make sure, you know, prior to even doing all of this, make sure that the fabric goes around your head. Here now I have measured and cut off some ribbon that he would be tying it with. You can totally do it with elastic, but he's only going to wear it for one day, so that's fine. Then you make sure that it's, you cut it in half, making sure that you have enough on both sides that he can tie it into a knot. My husband didn't like the thickness of the ribbon. He thought it was a little bit too weird, so of course he had me cut it down the middle again, which adds another new step. Here it is, cut down skinnier, but now you have to burn the edges so it won't fray. Here you can see the actual thickness of the original ribbon and comparisons to the now cut ribbon. If you know for a fact that you're going to want skinnier ribbon, I suggest you just buy or use skinnier ribbon. And here I am showing you where you have to burn all up along the seam so it doesn't fray, preferably with a lighter or a match. Please be careful. It might take a little bit of practice, so I honestly just, think you should buy it skinnier. Also, excuse me for the random cat foot. My cat Prissy was trying to help, burn off the edges. Honestly, if you've never done this before, I totally just suggest you buy skinnier ribbon. Believe me, I have had cheerleader ribbons all nice and done burn up in my face because I put the fire on too hot, or I put it on too close to it. So if you're a little bit iffy about it, or you're, younger, just buy skinnier ribbon, honestly. Here is where you will attach your ribbon onto your piece of fabric, which is now your headband. That is my husband, who is an attention seeker just like my cat. Make sure to fold down the first little piece of your fabric while you're sewing it or gluing it so it has a good base to stay on. Here I have my very quickly and very kind of ugly sew job, and you can see that the ribbon is now attached. I'm sure it would be substantially faster or easier with glue, but like I said, I was being lazy bones and I didn't want to get up and go get it. And then you do the same thing to the other side. Now we have the ribbon secured on both ends of our now cute headband. It's now ready to wear. And here is Mr. Raymond trying it on in all of its glory. It seems like a crowd pleaser. Like I said, you can do it with elastic, or you can do it with ribbon if you don't mind the ribbon in the back. Luckily for me, he didn't mind the ribbon. Now your hippie costume is ready to wear out and about. Thanks for watching on how to make a cute, easy, and unique hippie vest and headband.